Kia ora te whānau, my name is Vincent Egan. I'm one of the Humbly brothers from Māui Studios, Aotearoa. Recently had the privilege of going on a solid ass trip to one of the most interesting places on the planet, and that was different parts of Asia.
Well, we went to Asia, Japan and China because we're thinking of possibly doing mahi over there, but because we haven't been there before, we don't actually know what that means. So we wanted to go over there to get a feel for the people.
It's something that opens your mind, I believe. Like being in a new space, in a new place, it sort of allows us to learn more about ourselves and how we interact with the rest of the world.
Yeah, I guess it's just sort of broadening your horizons a bit, challenging yourself, challenging your own sort of beliefs, your ideas, and yeah, experiencing culture, man.
Introduced ourselves to some really unique perspectives in a really unique place. So yeah, it's probably one of the most amazing trips I've ever been on in my life. Came back with a whole bunch of really interesting insights and some really interesting experiences.
Kei konei tātou I te wāhi hapanihi. He haere ngā tino pai I tēnei wāhi, he pai ngā tāngata kei konei, he tino harikoa ona kanohi, ona Māori. He tino rereke ngā tikanga I tēnei wāhi. He pai engari he rereke tonu. A tēnei ata, haere atu ai mātou ki ngā wāhi hou, mo te tino gangster.
I tō mātou haerenga ki tā wāhi, he maha ngā wāhi kua kitea e mātou.
Poto rawa tō mātou noho kei ngā whenua e roa, ko tahi te pō atu ki te torunga pō mātou, e noho ana ki ngā momo whare noho.
Ka whakaaro mātou kia haere ai ki ngā wāhanga rereke o Tokyo. Rangahau rawa atu mātou.
Shibuya, babe. Yeah, Shibuya is probably one of my favourite spots. Main fashion, yeah, very culturally rich place. You got to see Japanese culture at its finest, how it is today.
Mea whakamiharo tēnei, e whakaatu ana te āhuatanga ahurei o Nāia nei o Hapani. Ko Shibuya tētahi o ngā wāhi tino ngāhau o te ao, te wāhi o te whakawhitinga rongonui, I waho I ngā teihana te reina kei Wainganui a Shibuya me Shinjuku.
Nihon wa Mitsukushi.
Since, we're here at Nara, which is known for, nice nature, lots of deer. You can see the deer on the map right here. What she's actually circled here, which is what I'm pretty keen on, is to go see these temples. That's 3 World Heritage Sites,
Yeah, it was cool that we got to catch up with one of my bros from high school. He does a lot of traveling for work, so we met up with him in a place called Nara, and he showed us a couple of places that he was really interested in.
Oh yeah, working abroad is pretty awesome because you get to see a whole bunch of different things, experience different cultures, get an idea of how good New Zealand actually is. That's another thing. The food is amazing here. It's really good getting ramen. I'm a huge fan of ramen. I really like visiting temples. There's a lot of history here. There's definitely this real rich sort of spiritual background, especially when it comes to Buddhism. It's very well preserved. It's a very dense culture. You want to do your research about where you can go, the timings of trains, whether you want to buy a rail pass, carry cash. This is a cash society. Some people want to fit in a lot, some people maybe don't fit in enough. So I definitely do my research about coming to a place like this.
We're fortunate enough to meet up with some of Mōrākau crew here in Christchurch. Got to kind of outsource some of navigating around Japan, be shown around a few places, stand in Yoshimi, sort of told us a little bit about the whakapapa of each place. I guess sort of being able to experience a bit more of traditional Japanese culture.
I roto I te wāhanga tuarua te haerenga, I toro atu mātou I ngā wāhi tūturu o Hapani, I hui tahi mātou ki e tehi atu tangata no Aotearoa.
I'm Dan from Chicago. I lived in Japan for about 6 years. I teach Iaido and Kendo, Japanese Budo. You learn a lot of Japanese culture through Kendo. I met a lot of Japanese people and thought I have to live here. And so once I finished university, I was here.
Yeah, so we're at Koe-san at the moment. Don't know too much about this place, but there's beautiful architecture everywhere.
This place was established in around 700 AD by a great monk called Kukai. I've been studying about concept of Maori and Japanese at UC. For my master's, I'm really interested in pursuing the whakapapa of Maori and Japanese as well through Maorako and Kendo and Iaido and the martial arts as well.
You have to have an acceptance of the culture and you have to have a willingness to learn. And I think that sort of self-development about becoming a better person is really attractive in both Budo and Maorako as well. And the similarities are really, really interesting and really good for you.
And the lesson from the Chinese that I like onko chishin. Onko chishin. This means that if you try to pursue old things, like ancestor thing, and you can find new things. I believe that.
I tō mātou wiki whakamutunga, I ohorere katoa mātou ki te wero o te tautohe me te kore mōhi o te reo o haina. Koina te tau ārai ki te whakawhiti kōrero ki te whakarite I ngā wāhi noho me ngā haere hoki.
Tino kino te reka o ngā kai, ka tukuna atu mātou I te tono, ka kawea mai te kai katoa mō tā mātou hākari, ka whakakiki I ngā tēpu.
I remember wanting to learn the language because it's tonal, so that adds an extra layer of difficulty to it. But I like the sound of it. 你好，谢谢，不要，不好意思，太贵了，可以试试吗？厕所在哪里？可以用微信吗？你有没有披萨？
Throughout the whole trip was haggling. Yeah, sort of just tested our negotiation skills. Once you're into that mode, you're gonna put your hat on.
Bear to keep in mind is those people that are haggling with you are trying to rip you off. They're trying to get the best price they can, and because you're a Westerner in their country, generally you have more money than the mana whenua.
2个，2这吞元嘛，这吞元1万寸，这2个摊底。
这10。
这10块。我说没说清楚，不怪你啊。
And then I thought she was trying to rip me off. And then it turns out that she was saying 10, and I gave her 20, and it was enough. But then I think she was saying about saying about her, how she talks, and then how I couldn't understand. So I was like, oh, okay, like shit. No, we have. Yeah,
It's okay.
and then, no, we bought some. We already had some. Each.
2 people. It's just made up of a save.
No one was mad about that. Like, I know that in China, the records that date back almost 4,000 years, and you can see that culture when you go over there, and the buildings and the then the architecture.
Makes you sort of wonder what our culture will be like, you know, amongst thousands of years. Will Māori culture still exist at that time? Will it be similar to what it was when it first started, or something totally different?
But it's a good time, heaps of interesting smells, mixed between delicious food and urine. I'm not joking, that's how it smells. But it's fine, you know, life is life. Can't always smell good. So we're on our way to go get our accommodation now. It's called Leo's Hostel in the language of the Waigore of Pākehā. So yeah, we're going to head that way and see what happens.
Oh, with the Great Wall of China, it was actually a lot harder than what you think it is. It's a bit of a climb, and some of the pathways, especially going up, aren't very stable. So yeah, I'd advise people that are going to walk the Great Wall to be prepared for that.
If you look out, just out here, see the great lengths of the Great Wall of China, 21,000 kilometers long. The two choices that you have is to either dedicate your life to building the Great Wall, or going and fighting the Mongolians and going and dying for your country in that way. So a lot of people, well, at least 3 million, opted for the building the Great Wall of China.
This is the last day of our trip. Tomorrow we're back on the plane, so personally I feel like this is a good one to sort of finish it off, just tie it off, get a bit of exercise, and definitely get the heart pumping, and yeah, I guess say goodbye to Asia for now, and so yeah, say goodbye to China. It definitely will change your perspective on how we should be treating foreigners that come to New Zealand. You'll be more helpful knowing that when you go to these different foreign countries and you're the outsider and how much help you need, it changes your perspective when the shoe's on the other foot and you're here and they're in our country as foreigners.
Ko te kitinga o Māui Studios kia whakamohio whānui atu ki te ao, ko āhia, te wāhi pai mō tēnei whāinga. Nō reira, he mea nui ki a mātou ki te whakakaha i o mātou tūranga I reira. Ki te kimi mōhio, kimi rauemi hoki no tā wāhi, ka mauria mai ki te kāinga mō o tātou nei iwi e whai atu ana.
It's exciting to entertain the possibility and even indulge in what it actually means to be able to do business from anywhere in the world, especially places that have beautiful landscapes, beautiful culture, beautiful people, to be able to do business seamlessly over in those places and to get the inspirations and the perspectives of those different places while you're doing your business. I think it's important for us people as Māori, and especially our business owners, to get outside of your comfort zone. Go experience things that are really different, go experience things that might make you think in a different way or help the synapses in your brain connect in ways that you might not have ever imagined before. partake in some language barriers, experience the struggles that come with travelling without knowing the language of other peoples. It gives you a broader perspective of life and how to treat people. You come back with a lot more empathy because you can understand the struggles that a lot of foreigners might have here in Aotearoa, having those language barriers. So I highly recommend going out into the world, just exploring what you yourself can think and do given those opportunities. So, Māori ora whānau, Māori ora.